The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 371 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Emperor playing cards. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. But before we start, these are fully sealed, so we're going to have to crack that cellophane. Not sure if there's a pull tab anywhere on here. Oh, there might be one right here. Yep, nice convenient pull tab. And now that we got that off, as you can see, what's that called? Semi-gloss kind of finish, like the satin kind of finish tuck box, not matte or glossy, like the in-between. That's satin. It's a satin white tuck box. There was that black and white kind of colorway there. And you got that circle design there. It was made of penguins there. You got a little snowflake. And then the big penguin there on the checkerboard floor there. And you kind of got like the night sky behind it where it says Emperor. Then you got that snow background there. On one side here, you got a bunch of snowflakes there. On the other side, also that same pattern with the snowflakes. On the bottom, you got a little bit of corporate information, and you can finally see the little detail, how this is the most appropriate deck for the makers here. It says 2019, the year these were made, and these are from Penguin Magic Inc. Yeah, so they're from Penguin Magic, and this is an Emperor Penguin deck there, because you got all the penguins there, so pretty fitting. And then these are printed by the Expert Playing Card Company, New York, manufactured in ROC. Then on the back, little sneak peek of that back design. For the seal, you got a silver metallic stamp style seal with a little spade there, made of penguins there. On the top, it says Emperor there with a couple of snowflakes. And now if we crack that seal, it is perforated, so we might be able to like lightly kind of like open it there. But we'll try. Nope, okay, that's not gonna work. And so we'll rip the tuck box there. So we'll just use our handy dandy card opener and just lightly lift up on that perforated seal there. Well, after some minor difficulties there, we did get that seal open there. On the tuck flap, you just got a little snowflake and that kind of bigger kind of flap there. The inner tuck flaps are just rounded there. They're not like this almost kind of square shape. They were kind of little rounded there. And just plain the plain white colorway. And then we take the cards out of the box. Inside the tuck box, just plain white. Nothing too crazy or fancy going on inside there. And now that we took a look at that tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. We'll start with that back design. Here we have a mirrored back design with the pretty much standard white border going around there. You got that circle design there with the big penguin there in the middle, the emperor penguin there in the middle with the little top hat. And then you got the little circle design that made of penguins there. And then you got a little snowflake kind of border, and then the snowflakes in the corners there. And it is mirrored. So if you flip it over, same design in both directions. And it's in that black and white colorway. And for the cards you get with the deck, you'll start with the first Joker. It says Joker there. And then you got that penguin there on the front. And then the second Joker is an identical Joker. So two identical black and white Jokers. And then you get to that custom Ace of Spades there, where it says Emperor down below. And then you got the spade that's made out of the penguins there. Almost that's like water kind of, and they're like floating out of the water or something there. And then the rest of the spades are pretty standard looking. We've all seen those, so I'll just quickly go through those. And we got the Jack, Queen, King of Spades, fully standard, like pretty standard there, fully standard. The diamonds are also standard, so it looks like it's just a standard deck of cards. And even the core cards are all the same. All the clubs are standard. And then lastly, the hearts. The hearts are just standard as well, so we'll just quickly go through those. And it doesn't look like there's any extra like gap cards or like add cards or anything in this deck. So we'll move straight on to the handling. And first we'll start with the springs, and these are made by Expert Playing Company, so they have a little bit of different stock and finish to them. So first, the springs. And you can definitely tell that it's not like the USPCC or anything, because these definitely have a thicker stock. They're definitely like a thicker stock of card. Well, they spring pretty nice. It's a little bit stiff, so you have to put a lot of pressure into this. So some people might not be able to spring these straight out of the box, just because they're a little bit more stiffer. You can definitely get them broken in though over time. They're still pretty smooth springs when you get them working. because like thicker springs do make some like good springs, like the thicker cards. Well, pretty good springs for what you can get when, but also like thicker cards could be a little bit more slippery, so you gotta be careful that they don't swing out of your hand too much. Because if you put a lot of pressure into it, it could spring out. And now on to the fans. And as you can see, they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and numbers. No real stickiness or clippiness to the cards. Now on to the Pharaoh. And as you can see, that Pharaoh does not want to work really good. I definitely have to push them together. And they didn't really weave together that good. Now for a giant fan of that back design. And for that reverse Pharaoh. Oh, they definitely reverse Pharaohs a lot more smoother there, like super smooth. Now for a giant fan of the faces. And now time for the Riffle Shuffle or Bridge Shuffle. You can definitely tell the riffles are a little bit like on the stiffer side. So maybe like not like super clumpy, but a little bit like not like the smoothest right away. They feel lightly clumpy, but not like incredibly or anything like that. You just gotta do like 4 or 5 and then they get more smoother over time. So not bad riffle shuffles, pretty nice though. I'm not gonna say they're the best ones I've ever experienced, but they're not the worst either. So pretty smooth. Now for a few pack of cuts. Or I say pretty average pack of cuts. They're not like too bad or anything. They pack it pretty nicely. They're a little bit slippery though, so you gotta be careful with that. And onto that one-handed cut or a shoulder cut. Now onto the dribble. You definitely have all the grip with the faces up, because when you have the back design up, you can definitely tell it's a little bit like slipperier and more loose. You got all the grip with the faces up. And onto that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I'm gonna say it's a pretty nice deck. If you're into penguins, then this is a fantastic deck. You got that nice penguin back design there, and that black and white colorway there. Looks like the penguins and like the snowflakes for the snow there, which is pretty nice looking. And it's a fitting kind of deck because of the company that produced them, which is Penguin Magic. And this is a penguin themed deck. Well, I guess a penguin back design. Because if you look at the faces are pretty standard and stock. Well, nothing too crazy going on with the faces, but it's always nice to have like a standard deck once in a while there. That was a nice custom back design there. It was a pretty like a low key but fun deck at the same time with that penguin theme. So overall, pretty decent design. Nothing like too crazy. And for the handling, they handle okay. They're definitely on the little bit of a stiffer side, but they're still pretty. They're still like really smooth though. They are that legend. No, I mean they are the expert Planka company stock and finish there. So you're gonna have to be used to that there. Most of the decks I handle are from the USPCC, but I do have like a bunch of cards from other companies as well, because I always have to test out the different stocks and finishes. Well, these are still pretty smooth there. Well, they're definitely smooth. There's just a little bit on the stiffer side, like I mentioned. But other than that, they're a pretty nice deck of cards there still. Still pretty usable. And I guess with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 371 of your daily deck review. This has been the Emperor playing cards from Penguin Magic. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.